today. From Mercy.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ritter looking to put it up right away. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 catches, 137 yards. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Sharp. And that's complete to Sanders. The Panthers had 8-6 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Sharp. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Sharp. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by London. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, here's Ritter. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, Sharp. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Sharp escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready?
3rd and short, Ritter. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. Open man once again, it's Thielen. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Sharp, flush to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant, and the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. On first down, Ritter. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Throwing on first down. Sharp eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is taken in by Hurst. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he gets it down to the 32. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Sharp, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. but an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Ritter now. It's caught inside the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Ritter. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A final shot before break. Sharp flushed out right. That one deep from Marshall. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have come. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina.
Let's get him. Come on.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they'll be set up in good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Over the middle, caught by London. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, Sharp. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Flush to his right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sharp. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Ritter on 1st and 10. He completes it to Beckham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. Robinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3rd and goal, Ritter with it. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sharp. There's Tremble, the tight end. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty. Ritter has it knocked down. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Ritter will set up to throw it. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Ritter to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Into the hands of London. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw pulled in by Jefferson. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And caught by London. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They hand off to their big tight end. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Panthers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.